Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to Only the Realist. I hope that you guys have all had a wonderful day out there. And be mindful that this reading will not resonate with every single one of you. There are millions of energies on planet Earth. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. This is going to be a life reading. And let's do it. Let's check out our first energies here. And our first energies here are the Five of Wands. Okay, looks like we have a little bit of some disruption going on here, but this is going to cause you to step it up a little bit, okay? Alright, so we have some conflict. This can be conflict externally, but I'm getting more of internally, okay? There may be some things externally that are affecting you internally, but in regards to it, these are things that are happening internally that may have affected you in a way to where there's just this battle going on, right? And I mean, we're all human. We all know how the battle within is, right? And anyone that tells you that external things have never affected them in any type of way, or the way that people perceive them doesn't affect them, they're lying to you. They are straight up lying to you, and that is an ego effect, okay? We all have things externally that disturb us internally. There's no human being in life that doesn't have something externally disrupting them internally. We are here to learn, and there are no exceptions to this. You know what I mean? There's no exception to this. You're not just gonna be another human being who doesn't feel the effects of what goes on in your experiences. It just doesn't happen like that. Even the greatest alpha male deals with disturbances within him. The greatest woman deals with disturbances within her. It comes down to how good are you with hiding your emotions? How good are you with hiding the fact that things happen in your life and it affects you? That's what it truly comes down to. Because there are plenty of people, nothing affects me. I don't care what they say. I don't care about what they think about me. That's a load of shit. We all care about what people think about us. We all do. We all care about what others think about us. Ask the man who's sitting in jail who never gets phone calls. Who went through his whole life saying, I don't care what people say about me. I don't care what people think about me. But if you talk to those people who have been in jail with no phone calls and nobody visiting them, you will start to understand that that facade has fallen completely off. Those guys are crying their heart out, looking for some type of reciprocation or some type of understanding of who they are. This is a complete sign that no one is free from things disturbing them. No one is free from that. Because most guys in jail have this, I'm the big macho man, right? But then when they're sitting in a cage for a couple months, they start to realize, do people actually care about me? How do people see me? And the reason why I'm using this example is because most men that go to jail are either emotionally damaged, traumatized, have childhood issues, or they just have the biggest ego ever to where they think that nothing can harm them. But when you strip a human being of everything that they've known and you leave them isolated in a place for a long period of time, you will start to see exactly how the human mind would like to operate. Yeah, you want to be free. Yeah, you want people to see you in a loving, kind view, right? And then the fact that you want people to come and talk to you or come and visit you while you're in jail, it shows your humanity right there. You and I are not greater than life itself. So when you try to use your ego to discard your emotions, discard how you're feeling, or discard how someone else is feeling, yeah, life's gonna show you something. Life is going to show you something. We all want someone to care about us. We all want someone to see us in a beautiful light. We all want someone to be there for us. So the whole macho, I'm this powerful, strong person that doesn't care how people see me, that's baloney. It's baloney. We're social beings. Even the most isolated person wants someone to care about them. Go talk to your friend that keeps him or herself isolated from people. And you may be the only one or few people that those people actually talk to. But again, you will see that they want to talk to you because they still feel the need to have a social life with someone. I think people miss that part. Yeah, those big macho guys that think nothing affects them, when they go home by themselves, when they're sitting in a cage by themselves, they think about who cares about them, about, is my life worthy? If am I doing things right? Yeah, that's why I look at people that think that they're just you know, I don't need validation. And no, we all seek validation in one way or another. It's our nature to do that. We are social beings. That means that we love compliments, we love respect, we love activities, we love, consideration, generosity, care, love. All of these things come in hand for us as human beings. And there's no way for us to escape that. Good on you, though. Good on you. know what I mean? And people have made validation seem like it's a bad thing. Oh, don't seek validation, don't do this, don't do that. Well then, why do you show your family things that you want them to be proud of you for? If there's no such thing, or if validation is such a bad thing. Why when no one cheers you on? Especially the people that you love and love them. Why when they don't cheer you on when you're doing good things? Why do you feel like you want them to care about that? That is called validation. You and I, and all the rest of us, want someone to see us. It's as simple as that. You're not a bad person for wanting what we all seek naturally. We all seek validation naturally. It's you know, some people may look at it and be like, oh, that's so childish, or that's you know, you're not mature if you seek validation from other people. What? Okay, well, let me strip you of all of your friends and all of your family members and everyone that you see in your life that you love, respect, and then we will see exactly where validation fits in. Yeah. And it's not attention seeking in a bad way. We all seek attention from someone. Whether that's from mom, from dad, from grandpa, grandma, cousins, co-workers, your lover. We seek validation because that is our nature to do that. It makes us feel good that someone can see us. It makes us feel good that someone cares about us. It makes us feel good that we are not alone in this life. And that is a validation. And I think a lot of people become stripped of their humanity by taking these terms and making them into something destructive. It is not bad for a person, a human being, to seek validation from others. It's just not. It's not. We gotta get out of this space of using terms, right? Validation or what's that other word? Desperate, right? That's one word that I think a lot of people have turned into this destructive thing, right? Oh, you're so desperate. That's also another natural part of the human nature. There's been at least one thing in everyone's life that they have been desperate to have. Desperate to have a family, desperate to have a mom, desperate to have a dad, desperate to have a job, desperate to have... Come on. Stop using words and turning them into destruction. Being desperate is a part of human nature. Sure, there are limits to these things. There's limits to seeking validation. There's limits to being desperate. And you will learn those along the way. But these things are not bad things. They are natural things that have been with us since humanity started. We have the Six of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a victory here. Okay, there's this, I got this, I got this, I got this. We're growing. Okay, this is growth here. There's this seed that you've planted within yourself. Evaluation, right? Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, it's that ultimate wish fulfillment of manifestation, and we have the Four of Swords, allowing things to be laid to rest, because there's some new things that you're about to put into this memory card, right? And I like to use the memory card because when we allow things to be let go of, we're allowing new memory to be uploaded into our memory card, right? So yeah, you know, allowing new space and new things, experiences to be placed into this memory card that you're clearing out. Okay, yeah, eventually we have to say, I need to let go of some things. Okay, I need to let go of some things. Okay, we have Justice with the Two of Cups. Okay, there's this union with one's self. Okay, and you're getting good balanced karma with this. Okay, with this all-knowing of the self. See, when we get closer to ourselves, right, when we start being aware, analyzing and acknowledging things within ourselves to create accountability for how we act in this life, right, we gain this infinite understanding, right? And this will never leave you, right? When you learn things in life that are from within, right? It's not something that you're building, it's something that you're growing, right? Because you're already built. Your human body is here already. Your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotions, your mentality, it's already here. But you have to grow those things, right? You don't create it, you grow it. Because it's already created. So this growth is the magical potion that will stay with you forever. It's an unlimited potion right here. To know what life does. And to know how to navigate through experiences that may be similar to the ones that you've already had. And I don't think a lot of people truly acknowledge that this is not a game. You don't wake up and you're in full control of everything. No. You wake up with the same mind, body, spirit every day. But you also wake up, and within that same mind, body, and spirit, you learn something new. You learn something new. And you don't control that. You don't control that. And I know some people may think, oh, this is my life, I can go and, do whatever I want, this and that, and blah, 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 and, yeah, it's all sorted out. way more complex than that. Way more complex than that. I think learning about life is one of the most difficult topics to involve yourself in, right? Which is why I always sit back and I wonder, well, we have all of these millions of religious people and none of them seem to sit down and study spirituality. You know what I mean? None of them. Most people don't sit down and study their own spirituality, their own inner self. Those books don't have your insides in it. The book doesn't have your mentality in it. The book doesn't have your experience in it. The book doesn't have your body in it. Doesn't have your mind in it, your spirit in it, your emotions. Doesn't have any of those things in it. But when you are developed in your mind, and not saying that as some super genius or something, it's not that difficult to understand that you live in a life that you learn lessons in, and that you need to look in yourself to learn and overcome these lessons that you're going to be faced with. It's just like playing a video game. Except this is not a game. This is real life. In a video game, what do you do? And see, this is so interesting to me because people will play video games and they will learn every single aspect of the video game, how to make their character stronger, how to implement different things on their character, how to go and fulfill these little missions and explore the map and all of these things. But you can't look at yourself and do those same things. Learn yourself, learn the map of your experience, grow your character, which is yourself. It's a lot harder to learn things about yourself versus learning things which are immensely similar to your life, which is a video game. A video game, you have a character in its own life, and it needs to do things to fulfill its journey, which is what we're all doing. We have a character, and we have things in our journey that we need to fulfill. That's how I see it, at least. Because life just keeps on giving and learning. Giving and teaching. That's what life does. Gives and it teaches. And I'd rather not blind myself from what the reality of life is. If you are able to understand the concept of learning in life, then all the possibilities are there for you. You know what I mean? Don't look at successful people and think that they have their spirituality figured out. Don't do that. That's how we all fall into the category of thinking that just because they have money that they have figured everything out within themselves. No. Most of the time, those people that have money and they haven't worked through things within themselves, they tend to use it on things that cause their destruction. If you haven't noticed, we have drug rings, we have sex trafficking rings, we have you know gang gang industries or groups of people who are in a gang. We have so many other things, so many other things that people that are either successful or have money, their dark side is behind that money. At least as someone who doesn't have those things, either yet or just doesn't have them in general, at least they can sit back and think about who they are and how they would like to change things within themselves. Not to get there, but to get here with yourself. Because a lot of times you will see these people that have a lot of money, successful, they're either egotistical, they're angry, they're pissed off, they become fucking assholes, right? But then after life kicks them right in the ass, just as it would if they didn't have any money, you start to see how unwilling they were actually at first, right? How unwilling they were at first. Ask yourself this question: how many financially successful people do you see either in real life or online that are talking to you about spirituality? Saying I'm Christian and God did it is not enough. I'm sorry. Saying I'm Christian, Catholic, Muslim, saying these things and God did it, it's not enough. It's not enough. You showed me that you can make a lot of money, but you didn't show me how to fight these demons within myself. You didn't inspire me to fight demons within myself. You didn't encourage me to fight demons within myself. See, I'd rather fight demons in myself first and then find a way to make a bunch of money to support my life. Because once you start making a huge amount of money, you literally stop caring about what's important for your spiritual health. You see it all the time. You don't have to be someone that experienced that to know how that happens. When you see a crackhead smoking crack on the side of the road, do you have to go experience that to know how your experience may turn out if you tried that? No. That's why it's called learning from others' experiences. I can say F the world and focus only on making money. How is that going to help me in my life? It's not. Because I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to tell even the kindest person to F off. I'm going to be in hell without working on myself while having a huge amount of money. I'm going to be in hell. because big amounts of money only brings stronger entities. Stronger entities. Yeah. Yep. I'd rather be poor, working on my internal self until I become financially successful, than to be this shitty bully, egotistical asshole that doesn't work on myself, that makes money, big amounts of money. Yeah, I'd rather be that person. Because you didn't really learn anything getting that money. You didn't learn anything. Any asshole can get up and make millions of dollars today. You don't learn anything by just having money. There are steps that you should believe in taking within yourself before thinking that money is the only way to spiritual fulfillment. And that's a tough pill to swallow, honestly. But if you look at how a lot of people made it to where they are today without working on themselves, they did some of the most destructive things to get there. Some of the most disgusting things to get there. Some of the most unforgiving things to get there. Why do you think the people that are up there will tell you, oh, get rid of, you're gonna have to sacrifice, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. We all come to a point to where a sacrifice must be made for things to move forward. But in this sacrifice, you're literally stripping your humanity from you so that the devil can give you a gift. Yeah. Most people who are successful in the right manner, it took them years upon years to get there. Not because they were stupid, not because they were dumb, not because it wasn't meant for them, but because they took the long route to get there. There's two routes you can take to get to success. You can take the long route, which you learn a lot of things about yourself and life, and then you finally are able to unlock that. Or you can take the other route, where you cause destruction. And then you're offered that. And this is the evil way to get there. You know what I mean? Some people have taken other people's lives to become famous as a sacrifice. And they do. But what happens? The light starts to catch up to them. And then what? That gift that you were given by the dark entity will now take their gift back. Yeah. See, the light doesn't do that because the light knows that you actually worked very hard within yourself to get to where you are. Your consistency doesn't matter. Who you are and what actions you take matters. Again, you can find any asshole in this world that can make millions of dollars today. It's not difficult. There are many people out there willing to harm and disrupt your life to become successful. Many, many people, many entities out there. So, when people talk about success, you should ask them this question. Are you willing to go the long way? Or are you willing to go the short way? And in simpler regards, the long way is of the light, and the short way is obviously of the dark. Because the devil, the dark entity, the mechanism of balance of dark and light, it'll give you something, and it'll make you feel like you did it out of light work, when you actually didn't. See that feeling of feeling good and I achieved something? When you see that from someone who achieved it with evil, they're going to look exactly like the people that achieved it through hard work. And not hard work of what they're doing, hard work of what you do within yourself. Someone that works hard to get to where they're going to in a successful manner, they don't have the opportunity to go out and hurt someone to achieve that. People that go out and do that, they're what they're doing is they're transferring that energy that they use to harm that person, and they're trying to put it into what they're doing to create a progressive manifestation, without knowing that that's going to backfire on them. It will backfire on you. If you achieve success through harming others or deceiving others, manipulating others, it will backfire on you. There's no running away from that. We have Five of Cups with the King of Wands. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the Five of Cups. It looks like there's still just a little bit of you here, right? A little bit of you here still. Okay. This is where you're looking in a direction, and there's no type of there's nothing else to achieve back here in the back of you. There's nothing else to achieve, right? This is how you are understanding this experience that you're having, right? Overcoming things, feeling this victorious feeling of I'm being challenged and I'm overcoming these things. You unknowingly are manifesting a new path for yourself. Okay, a new path for yourself. I'm hearing that you're so tired of dealing with mental conflict. Okay, mental conflict. All right, but with the King of Swords, there's this sense of stabilizing creation. Okay, stabilizing creation. And this starts off with yourself. Right now, you're stabilizing yourself. And when we go through this, we start looking at the other things that we need to stabilize, right? Maybe there's not enough excitement in your life, in your experience. And this is drawing from you, right? Drawing from you. Your creativeness is wanting to come out. Okay? Yeah, we have the Four of Swords. Good on you. Laying things to rest. And again, creating this life here. There's this wanting of creation. Okay? Maybe there's some things that you have either started creating, or you have an idea of a creation, and it just feels like either you don't have the tools for it, or you feel like every time you get started with it, you feel like there's this procrastination that goes on within you that kind of keeps you from fulfilling that, right? We have the Ace of Swords, the ultimate wish fulfillment of communication. Yeah, the truth will come. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, communication. Okay, this is truth and clarity coming to you here with the Ace of Swords. Okay, the universe wants you to know that forward movement is in progress, right? I mean, going backwards would be something on your own terms, as you have free will. But your forward movement of intention is this is where we find our communication with the universe, with God, with spirit. We receive these downloads when we are ready, right? When we are ready. And no, we can't just say, I'm ready. You know what I mean? That's why life is so complex with our spiritual effects. Because the things that we can't see, we don't control them. We don't control it. We can't just say, I'm ready, just because we felt like we got over this challenge. No, we're ready when life understands our energetic pattern. Yeah, we're ready. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't have that. We have a judgment with, again, the Fool. Okay, only fools create opportunities. So again, we're gonna take that leap of faith. There's this unknown feeling that you have, but this judgment here is gonna shine its light on it. Right? We have an aha moment where things become clearer after the fog, right? Things become clear. And with this Fool, I know that this clarity and this aha moment is going to launch you directly in there. Yeah. It's and this is so cool because you get to see, you know what I mean? You get to see how this experience turns what you saw as a disturbance into something that was literally gearing you up, We have the Nine of Pentacles. Everything's going to be okay, and this new creation to build is slow but steady on the way for you here. Okay. And remember, this is not progress of something coming towards you without you putting an effort to move forward towards it, right? Because a lot of people think sometimes, oh well, if I sit back and let it come in, no. Look at, you know what's so funny? You'll notice that women say this a lot. I'm waiting for my guy to come and be with me, right? And I have to tell some women, like, you're not putting in any effort to have a man. What do you think? You think that God's gonna magically just drop some dude in front of you who's gonna be the best guy for you for the rest of your life without you even trying to look for that man? No, it doesn't happen that way, man. It does not happen. You have to look, you have to seek what you want. You have to look for it. There's no dream world that just drops things in front of you. It doesn't exist. Life doesn't work that way. It's not a movie where you say, I want this, and it's just right. It doesn't happen that way. You have to put effort into looking for that person. I don't care how beautiful you are. Life doesn't give a shit about your beautiful face. Because half the time, if you're not actively looking for someone when you want someone, you ain't done the work on yourself in the first place. Because a person that knows what they want, first of all, they have courage to look for what they want. Second of all, they have bravery to go after what they want. And this has to do with self-work. You can't be this scared little puppy trying to look for a relationship saying, well, I hope it just pops up right here in front of me. I hope that it just drops right here. No. That's called you being selfish and wanting something greater than what you are actually worth. How do you want a good man, but you're not willing to go, first of all, search for that man? Secondly, you're not willing to do the work within yourself to make sure that you are 100% energetically connected with this person, right? Gotta think. We're not in Walt Disney World, okay? We're not in Walt Disney World. You're not just gonna dream of this Prince Charming that's just gonna pop up in front of you. It doesn't happen. And it never will. Yeah. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So going straight forward towards what you want. Right? Yeah, this is good. There's a change in your energy now. Okay? There's a change in your energy. You went from like kind of low to like, slowly moving up to just like, now everything's in its space, right? Everything is in its own space, allowing the universe to do its work while you do your work allows both to come together in the way that it needs to, right? We need this side worked out and this side worked out so that both sides can have an even puzzle match, right? An even puzzled match. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We have the Devil with what? The Knight of Wands. been a hard journey. And I see you looking at yourself and saying, these are the changes, these are the exact changes that I needed for myself. Because the more you start making positive changes within yourself, and I know a lot of people may say, I don't need to make any changes, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why you never see new doors open for you, okay? You go ahead and stay where you're at. But new doors will not open for those who are not willing to put in effort to open those doors, okay? But you finally realize that change needs to happen. And you are creating this change. And this is showing you something different that you've never seen, right? When you see the experience of your journey starting to affect your mind, your body, and your spirit in a positive way. It has nothing to do with what you believe in or any of that. It has to do with the work that you do to create this positive realm. The work that you do to create this positive realm. I can go open a Bible right now and it won't teach me anything about me growing within myself. Nothing. Okay? Don't use your faith or your belief to understand yourself. I mean, look, you've woken up every day in this life and learned things that no one had to teach you except for life. Your own experience taught you everything that you know. You going to school at the right time taught you how to speak the languages that you know. You going to work at this time in your life taught you how to be responsible in certain ways before you got to this age. There's so many things involved in the lessons of life, but you have to acknowledge that. You have to be aware of that to be able to say, wow, I learned this from life, not from someone, not from a religious book, but from life. See? From life. Life teaches you everything that you seek. Everything that you seek. You want information about this. Well, eventually life's going to show you something to help you gain information about that. Whether you're just scrolling on social media or researching in some documentaries, or you will find it. It will show itself. Even if it shows itself in the smallest way, you are the one searching for it. So you know what happens? Your intention to search for it, and you see this little small thing that you're like, this is the information I was looking for, but it's not enough. You're going to magnify that. Yeah. By your own self, you will find a way to magnify that. Because life is going to continue to give you the tools to magnify it, to make it bigger, to make it grow. Sometimes I think that people truly think that life is a game. Life is not a game. It is very real. 8 of cups with the 8 of, we got a few 8s here. The 8 of swords. Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we're letting go. People, places, things no longer serve you. Negative self-talks and habits. Okay, you've been through a long run, and I think you're ready to unravel yourself. Okay. Yeah, this trapped energy, this blinded energy, this I can't grow. Okay. This is what you used to tell yourself. And not because you disliked yourself or anything, but it's because when life challenges us and it keeps pushing back every single thing that we're trying to create, every single thing that we're trying to grow, it just has that pushback effect. Pushback, 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 pushback. Every time you get pushed back, this is the lunchtime school bell, right? This is how you're being taught. Repetitive delays, right? Let's test your strength first, right? Test your strength. And you may look at that test and say, why is life testing my strength? Well, if you didn't want anything, you could easily use your free will and say, I don't want anything. You'd still be tested, just not in the high caliber of being tested for success or something that you want to create. You know, those tests, those pushbacks are going to be some of your greatest accolades for who you turn out to be. Yeah, it's like the coach at school that's like, hey bro, I need you here at 4 a.m. every day. 4 a.m. Yeah. That's exactly how it is. I need you here at 4 a.m. It's like, bro, I start school at 2 hours. I don't care. If you want to learn something, I need you here at 4 a.m. Yeah. Hardworking, early in the morning. Yeah, I need you here at 4. But when life does that without anyone telling us to do that, it seems like it's the end of the friggin' world. Because that is what it feels like when you're in it in that moment. It feels like, oh my God, why are things happening? And I feels like I don't have any grip on why it's going the way it's going, and you don't have any control over, after you made the decision to take the step, you don't control that. You don't control what tests come in, why they come in, how they come in, when they come in. You don't have any control over that. Just go forward, face the challenges as they come, and at the end you will see how much strength you have obtained from enduring that. You'll see. Yeah, look at that. We have the four of Wands. Yeah, and then again we have the Knight of Swords. Not much of anything here to explain. It's a celebratory energy. It's a celebratory energy there. What you're going after makes you happy. And although it may feel as if things are delayed, or if may feel as if you're not meant to do this, but that's not true. You are being tested to see if you're truly in this or not. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys have been with the gang, I love you guys so much. Wanna stick, and I'll catch you guys next time.